children from the land of Israel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, took a trip to the land of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, took a lot of gold and made an idol, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. And he told everybody with the air, the music of the trumpet. And he told everybody with the air, the music of the flute. And he told everybody with the air, the music of the horn. Must fall down and worship the idol, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. But the children of Israel would not bow down, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. So the king put the children in the fiery furnace, heaped on coals and red hot brimstone, 7 times hotter than it ought to be. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Well, you couldn't burn a hair on the head of Shadrach. Laughing and talking while the fire jumping right. Nebuchadnezzar called, hey there, and he saw the power of the Lord. And they had a big time in the house of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Oh, 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 the Abednego.
Hello everybody and welcome to Articulating Faith. When music had soul to it. Just thinking about what it has become today. To think that people put, gangbangers and, like prostitutes and whores at the same level as Beethoven and some of these masterpieces and just amazing talented musicians is far beyond me. But anyways, what I wanted to share with you guys is something out of 1 John. And for Christians, and this as well as atheists and skeptics and agnostics, I really think a great place to start is in these letters of the New Testament. Because this is something that's not really a big jump for an agnostic or an atheist. It's really hard for them first to get over that hurdle to believe that God exists. Once you do, then the miracles become easy to accept, because if you believe that God exists, well then certainly he could act miraculously within his creation at given times for his own sovereign governing. But really the letters don't have big miracles you have to accept. They're just letters for the churches and what they were going through and what they were struggling. And here I'm reading from 1 John chapter 1 and verse 1. That which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked at, and our hands have touched, this we proclaim concerning the word of life. The life appeared. We have seen it and testify to it. And we proclaim to you the eternal life, which was with the Father and has appeared to us. We proclaim to you what we have seen and heard, so that you also may have fellowship with us. And our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ. We write to make our joy complete. We write this to make our joy complete. And so, my challenge to a lot of atheists out there or agnostics is I want to know why you believe that John is lying here. And give me good reasons why you think John would lie about this. As you see, he's saying that it's to make his joy complete. And why you think he would lie, especially under the immense persecution he had to endure for this. He could have easily said, you know what, forget about this Jesus guy. We're just going to worship the Roman emperor, which is what was required to be a Roman citizen, and that way we won't be persecuted. But we'll make Jesus just, a demigod or just, a great spiritual leader. And that way we won't be persecuted and killed for it. Why do you think that he was so strong and bold for this, and the disciples were after the alleged resurrection of Christ? Moreover, I would say that, do you hold this cynicism to other people in the same way? Now, I recently have through Brett Keen's account, and I've provided evidence, but you need to provide evidence for reasons why you think they would lie about this. Also, we see that this is Genesis talk. This is Genesis language John is writing from the beginning, which we have heard and seen. This is almost like him writing back to God, speaking the universe into existence. Now they're hearing God speaking it. And this is the word of life coming and living among us, as God coming as a man in the form of Jesus Christ. And it's interesting that God speaks, and this is now his reflection back at that, which is really amazing to see that. And these letters in this book doesn't do this by coincidence. There's a lot of little things like this all the way through it. And moreover, John's gospel starts like this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. And so, for people to say, a lot of people say that, well, John's letters aren't written by the gospel writer John. Well, there's actually, what they did was they took a supercomputer that did looked at linguistics and writing, and they compared it, and don't ask me how this works. I really don't know. It's a supercomputer, like how they can beat the top human chess players. It's just amazing how they can do these kind of strategies and work that way, and how we have created these amazing machines. But anyways, they had the ability to look into the text, and it is confirmed that most likely the Gospel of John was written by the one who also wrote these letters of John. And so, my challenge stands. Why you would first of all have to agree that he's a liar. To say that he lied when he said that he saw and heard and witnessed these things. And build up a case on why you think he's lying. And that's my challenge. And also, if you think that they're separate authors, why? What would give you some of the reasons or evidence behind that theory? Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.